Hey guys, this is our video of us, me, my friend Michael, and Clay, of us going to Peru in May of 2024 for about a week. Doesn't have all of the footage, but I guess we're starting with just showing the Airbnb place we stayed at. It's really nice and close to the historical district in Cusco. It's really cool. And so I guess we'll start. We started our first trip into San Blas neighborhood. Went to the supermercado. It was really cool. Got to see a lot of cool stuff. We also went out and kind of walked the neighborhoods during the day with my one friend Hugo, who actually lived just south of Cusco, and kind of came up and showed us all the different areas, and it was kind of cool to have a local kind of show us through and what places to go to and what places to avoid. But overall, it was a really safe city, and you can kind of see the buses and just everything being so like walkable too, which was really nice. And yeah, so we also went to San Pedro Market, which was also near the center of the historical district in Cusco. A lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool trinkets you could buy and bring back home, along with the you can see in a little bit the juice bars, which may have gotten a lot more sugar than I needed, but it was definitely worth it.
We're here in Cusco in one of the squares that they have, and then we have the church up here. It's a cathedral. They got like 3 or 4 of these guys in like 1 square mile, which is kind of cool. And then you got the mountains up there. There's a bunch of houses on them, which is interesting. And then there's a bunch of markets down there that you just go in, and all the people are like, can I help you? Can I help you? Please buy something. So it's interesting. But there's a lot of markets down there. And there's a place you could walk through with just a bunch of vendors selling like juice and meats and ponchos and stuff. So that's kind of cool.
And so we also went on quite a bit of tours around the city, and this was the cathedral, which combined Incan architecture with Catholic architecture. So it was really cool to see both kind of juxtaposed. Can't fucking say English, but yeah. And then, so after a few bus rides around the city, we went up to the cliffs to see the Incan, I think it was the Incan Sun Temple, but they basically built on a field, and then they had sort of to Machu Picchu, they had the stones kind of as like little steps up to, and it was kind of cloudy today, but it was just really cool to see.
And then up here, you got the foundation of like their sun temple, and they had a bunch of like maze walls to make it hard to get to. Yeah, these guys must have been like 10 foot tall. These steps are like 2 feet tall. Excuse me. Actually, I think they're quite short. So somewhere around here is the, I think it might be this, I don't know, not too sure. And over there's the other mountain they had. Oh wow, beautiful view right here. Yeah, that's awesome. Right there's the temple, and you can see all the walls, foundations of them at least. Wow. Hold up. I want to get this. Dude, this is Cusco right here. This is all of it pretty much. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we can get a picture of those mountains.
Take over, man.
Yeah, you want me to take it over?
And then, so for a majority of the trip, for a majority of the time we were traveling was with these little buses on these narrow streets, going to each like site, and it's kind of fun, but at the same time I definitely felt a little car sick. And then in the distance, not really, I think I was the one filming this part, I zoomed in. That's like the Andes Mountains, so you can kind of see in the background. Super gorgeous. And then, so ultimately, we spent a lot of time in buses just because the ruins and everywhere were so far out that you had to drive pretty far to get from Cusco to like Morris Moray, one of the other, not Machu Picchu, but it was the Incan stronghold that you'll see shortly. Then you could see, it's freaking beautiful. You can kind of see like the steps over in the distance, but the open roads was just like all three of us were just had our breaths taken away by just like looking at the views. And you can kind of see in the south of the screen, you can see that area was called the Sacred Valley. And then along the way to the Sacred Valley, we stopped at local, like, not really want to say tourist spots, but basically, tourist spots where they're selling goods. And then we stopped on the side of the road, and we were able to see like a crazy view of the valley, and also like the peaks of the mountain, which I think. The clay. Bomb.
You guys want a picture there?
Yeah. All right, so we started the 5-hour train ride. We had to get up really early for this because, despite I think it was only like 13 kilometers, it took five hours because there's such a steep elevation change, and also the train infrastructure. It isn't Japan, it isn't South Korea, it's South America. So I think we were going at top speed like 20 kilometers an hour. Or not even that. It was very, very, very slow, and we had to go up hills. And you can kind of see the city outer limits of Cusco, which they Hugo told us they were non-gringo zones, but still kind of cool to see on our in the early morning.
That's a cool house. Yeah. Okay, we can get you a new phone case, bro. No, bro. That shit's like falling apart. Oh, you're doing active discharge. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hope you guys don't get hungry.
The train is like balanced.
I've heard things where like when you get closer, it's like this isn't bad. No, you need to do if you go Europe or go like Asia, do a high speed rail.
Yeah.
In Spain, I was doing it was like 300 kilometers an hour, or like 175. I don't know the conversion. It was 175 miles per hour.
That's like between cities. It's not like intra-city, or is it?
No, it was between. It was like, but like, it was a 7-hour drive between cities, and it was a 3-hour train ride.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is where it just makes sense.
Yeah. No brainer.
And then like the flight was like triple the cost of the ticket, so it was like, oh.
I was in Japan.
I didn't.
Regina Carmen of Lorocondo, the patron saint of the community. Every July 16th, they perform around 20 dances that display their tradition and devotion. Thank you for your attention.
And so we got closer to Machu Picchu. The elevation and kind of the scenery kind of changed. We're going directly through the valley, and all you could see on each side was just these incredibly tall mountains, it was insane because coming from flat Ohio, it's just completely different. But Booty Max? What the fuck? Shit.
Their facades here.
Yeah.
Like, have you noticed? Like, their clothing is very. It's almost Romanesque.
Yeah. So,
I mean, like, usually, like, I'm used to using the caps and like using Wi-Fi. Like, oh man, that's cool too. Let's see. just look at that and be like, oh yeah, that'd be great to put in our temple. Let's just lift the whole fucking thing.
Should walk this fucking big ass hill. Went up there. I ain't flip it. I cannot flip it. Brr. Went up to that big hill up there. Forgot to take video, but que vista.
Yeah, so as you saw earlier, we kind of got, after we got off the train, we got to Machu Picchu Pueblo, which was the town at the base. And then we took a 2-hour bus, or not, it was like an hour, 45-minute bus ride to the top. And then we had to hike the rest of the way. I mean, it was very easy. You could see older people kind of just going through. All Machu Picchu is kind of just like a guided hike where you kind of went in a loop, kind of following other people. I mean, it wasn't very, it's one of the wonders of the world, so they had it very down pat. However, it was still kind of cool to walk around and see everything. As you can see, the llamas just grazing at the top. Freaking awesome. And yeah, you can kind of see the outlines of Machu Picchu, or the mountain to the left.
Wow. Oh, Cleveland. LeBron James. Hey, here's another one right here.
So we started in Lima and then we went straight to Cusco.
Oh wait, gotta get him in the picture.
I liked it, but it's fine for a few
Llama.
days. You know? It's like not the most exciting city, but I think you have to go. What is your route?
And then, so yeah, as we got closer to Machu Picchu, you could kind of see it as we were walking in our line.
Terraces, and then down here is Machu Picchu. Hey, we're on camera.
And so yeah, this was Machu Picchu. It was mind-blowing to see in person, and I think video or pictures don't really do it justice. You got to go see it. It's freaking awesome. And then, so yeah, you could also see the neighboring mountains to the left, and this was kind of like the side of Machu Picchu that we were able to take some footage of. And kind of just everything, we went at a really good time because everything was still kind of green. Everything was really lush and just it's kind of full of life.
Right there. Look at that. Impossible. Tell me they just came here and built 100 years and left? Yeah, right. Get out.
Alright, we're here in Moray. I mean, I'm retarded. So we got Clay Boy, we got Clayby Boy, we got Mikey Boy.
Yeah, I don't know what I was really talking about there, but this was after we went ATV riding to Morris Murray, and or Myers Murray, and we kind of just it was a whole debacle with that, but honestly don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, it was really cool to kind of see that. Yeah, and so unfortunately, we did not record like half the trip just because we kind of wanted to enjoy it for ourselves. But with this, we at least wanted to create something we could look back on and enjoy the memories we had because it was really awesome. And yeah, thank you.